All right, hi everyone. I just got home from the gym and I'm in the mood to yap about I don't even know, just like nothing. So, I want to talk about the boundary between giving yourself grace and pushing yourself to be the best version of yourself. It's a very narrow boundary. For me, I know a lot of people in their life who put so much pressure on themselves. And a lot of people sometimes feel like that pressure comes from like outside sources, but in reality, it's themselves thinking that they're not good enough, that they need to be better, they need to do better. I personally don't find that motivating, and some people do, but I personally don't. I think self-love is an important factor in pushing yourself to be the best version of yourself. I think wanting to be the best version of yourself is a form of self-love, of uplifting yourself. But sometimes you have to be hard on yourself. Sometimes you have to force yourself to get up out of bed in the morning to go work out. You have to force yourself to not go straight home after work, and you have to go to the gym. It's hard. Like becoming the best version of yourself is not easy. It requires work. And a realization that I've come to, unfortunately, only recently, is that nobody is here to save you. Nobody is going to come down on this earth and gift you $1 million and, a six-pack abs, huge muscles. Like, that's not just going to fall out of the sky, unfortunately. You have to work for it. And people find motivation in a billion different ways. I think for me, I'm trying to find this line between giving yourself grace and pushing yourself and to be a better version of myself. Because there are days when you don't feel like it. And every once in a while you have to give yourself some grace and tell yourself, I wasn't the best version of myself today. And that's okay. Like Michael Jordan didn't score 50 points every game. He didn't. LeBron doesn't score 50 points every game. Everyone has off days, and I think that's the biggest part of the idea of giving yourself grace, is that you can't expect yourself to be perfect. Nobody's perfect. But you just have to have that mindset of attacking each day so that you win, so that you grow towards this better version of yourself, this best version of yourself. There's, like I said, there's going to be hard days where getting out of bed is a chore. The other day, yesterday actually, when I went for my run, which I just recorded, I got up in the morning and it was freezing outside. Well, compared to how it's been recently. I was very cold when I woke up, and I laid in bed for longer than I usually do, and I didn't get up and go for my run right away. I sat down for a little bit and I journaled. That really helps me. I think becoming the best version of yourself is about finding habits that benefit you. Like I said, I personally I'm not good at being hard on myself. I find that taxing and negative, and I like to focus on the positive. I like to give myself grace when I don't have the best day, and I like to congratulate myself when I do something good. Like after my run yesterday, I felt amazing. I felt great, and I was proud of myself that I actually I didn't give up. I didn't just say, oh, I don't feel good today, I'm not going to go for my run. I made myself go out there, and I felt great after because of it. That's what kind of inspires me to get out and go out every day and put some work in, is that I know I'm going to feel better after. And that doesn't happen right away. The first day you go to the gym is scary. When I first started going to the gym, I went in and I walked on the treadmill for 30 minutes to an hour, and that was all I did. Not even that long. Sometimes it was like 20, 15 minutes on a slow speed, I needed to acclimate to this environment, to a gym environment. And, slowly you grow more and more comfortable. It's about consistency. It's about showing up every day, even if it's just a little bit. Like you don't have to go to the gym every single day to get jacked. If you start by going to the gym one day a week, it's going to have benefits, because you're going to go one day a week, and then on the days you don't go to the gym, you're like, wow, I kind of want to go to the gym. If you go to the gym one day a week for a month straight, you're going to want to go more than once a day. It's about creating these habits for yourself that benefit yourself. I also want to talk about how pushing yourself, being hard on yourself can be negative sometimes. So recently in my life, I have a part-time job right now. Don't have a full-time job. I've been looking for full-time jobs since September. I got a part-time job in November after 2 months of looking. But I still don't have a full-time job, and I have bills to pay, and it's stressful, and I feel like I'm not doing enough. I frequently feel like I'm not doing enough in my life to get to where I need to be. And then I remember that I go to the gym. I work out at least 6 days a week. Sometimes it's 7, but just because you're not where you want to be in this life doesn't mean you failed. It just means that there's more work to be put in. And the only way to put more work in is to show up for yourself and be consistent. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to, every day or every other day, I apply to a handful of jobs so that I can, hopefully get something. And I'm trying to find other avenues in my life where I can, be successful. And I'm trying to implement new hobbies in my life so that life is just about doing what you want. And I feel like we get so confused in this society that we have to do certain things. We've been trained to be cogs in a machine, that, we have to go to school and get a degree and work in $1 billion corporation so we can make these billionaires more and more money. How about you do what you like doing and have hope that it will work out and it will turn into something beneficial for you? So that's what I'm trying to do by making these videos and talking about this and talking about working out and trying to motivate you to become the best version of yourself. Because I did it. I'm just some random dude on the internet to all of you. And, you have unlimited potential in this life. There's no telling what you can be. There's no ceiling above you. Even though you might feel like it sometimes, there's no ceiling. You have infinite potential. And how bad would it be if you lived your whole life and you didn't reach your whole potential? That's lame. So go out and do something. Do anything. Do anything that puts a smile on your face, because guess what? I don't know. I got faith that it's going to work out for you. I got faith that it's going to work out for me. I don't know. Trust me. Believe in something. Have faith that you were meant for more in this life. I'm done yapping. That was a whole lot. But I hope you liked listening to me yap.